Hunter-gatherers worked about 4 hours a day, they had a varied diet, strong social bonds, and more leisure time than most people alive today. So here's the question nobody wants to answer. Why did almost every human civilization eventually give all of that up and trade it for farming, taxes, walls, and a boss? The standard answer you got in school probably went something like this. Humans discovered farming. Farming produced surplus food. Surplus food allowed people to settle down, and cities naturally followed. Clean, logical, satisfying. Also almost certainly wrong. Or at least so incomplete that it might as well be wrong. Because when you actually look at the archaeological evidence, the real story is stranger, messier, and far more revealing about what humans actually are than any textbook has ever been willing to admit. You leave every hangout feeling worse than before you arrived. You can't explain it. They didn't say anything obviously horrible, they didn't insult you directly, but somehow you feel smaller, more tired, more confused about who you are. And the worst part? You keep going back, because they're your friend, right? Toxic friendships don't look like movie villains. They don't announce themselves. They don't show up wearing a sign. They show up with your coffee order memorized. They remember your dog's birthday. And then slowly, quietly, they make everything about them. Your problems become their problems. Your wins become their opportunities to talk about themselves. Your boundaries become their personal challenge. You get a promotion. You tell them. And somehow within 30 seconds, the conversation is about their job, their struggles, their ambitions. Your good news became their warm-up act. A good friend says, "Congratulations," and means it. A toxic friend says, "Congratulations," and immediately makes you feel like you shouldn't have brought it up. You rehearse what you're going to say before you see them. You edit yourself in real time. You leave out the things that might set them off. You think about their reaction before you think about your own feelings. That is not friendship. That is management. You are managing a person who is supposed to be your safe space. When you try to pull back, suddenly they need you. There's a crisis. There's drama. There's something only you can fix. And you feel guilty for even thinking about your own needs because look at everything they're going through. This is not a coincidence. The chaos appears exactly when your attention starts to wander, every time. Here's the thing nobody tells you about toxic friendships. They are not always bad all the time. If they were, you'd leave. They're bad enough often enough to damage you, and good enough just often enough to keep you confused. That confusion is the whole mechanism. You stay because you keep waiting for the good version of them to come back. And sometimes it does, just long enough to reset the clock. You are not obligated to keep people in your life because you've known them a long time. History is not the same as compatibility. A friendship that consistently costs you more than it gives you is not a friendship. It's a habit, and habits can be broken. The loneliest you will ever feel is standing next to someone who is supposed to know you and realizing they never really tried.